My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is July 14, 2023. It is 1:15 a.m. Okay, so this is my back end, and my estimate still around $345 and some change. And my last video on the 13th have about 1,000 views. So let's go to analytics. All right, just for record purposes, that's all. Okay, keep it up. Your channel got about the same number of views as usual, so it's getting the same views, but yet why my money still remain the same? Okay, so that's that. Let's go on Twitter. So I have 3 tweets right now that I should have added on my last video. I did not, so I'm gonna go over them really quick to get them out of the way, and then I'll get to some videos regarding Dan Wooten. Okay, Dan Wooten is the topic of today's main tweet. Okay, so one of the tweets that was supposed to be from yesterday. Christine Geiger, the owner of Studio 8 Hair Lab in Traverse City, Michigan, is facing backlash after refusing service to LGBTQ plus customers. As a result, her business has dropped, and her supplier, Jack Renpo, has cut her off. Thoughts? Okay, so I'll leave the link of the article in the description for whoever is interested in reading it. Okay, so just remember, this goes both ways. I mean, one of the things many businesses need to pay close attention, okay, if they're gonna be discriminate. I don't know why they open their business, is that if they're going to be discriminate, because you should be mostly about the money. Anybody who have the money, your door should be open. But some people, I don't know, their mindsets are very limited. One of the thing I realized is that LGBTQ plus people, not only they are smart, they educated, majority of them. Okay, it's not all, because you will always find, you know, a little bad apple within a group. Okay, not all, but the majority of them are educated, smart, and they have money. Okay, they have money. So whoever is gonna open business is feel like they're gonna be discriminated against this group. So just be ready, because this is where the money is. All right, so that's that. Let me read some of the comments, and then that's it. A few observations on this. She removed the original Facebook post, but the internet is forever. Her social media has gone private. Her business is being Yelp on Google review bombed. Wow. The author of the Michigan bill she cited has been called her out as misguided. Republicans don't believe in rights unless it suits their purposes. We have a constitution. Everyone should have equal rights. What will happen if a business refuses to serve Christians? I mean, remember, this could go both ways. But the question is, how do you know if someone is, you know, LGBTQ plus? Okay? Or let's say, for instance, gay or lesbian. Forget the other one, because sometimes they just love to play dress up. Okay? But who cares? They're not bothering you. Right? So how do you know if someone is gay or lesbian or bisexual? Do you go in their bedroom to know what they do? My goodness. Okay, I'm sure. Okay, there's that. I'm sure we'll soon find out. The entire thing behind this is that the recent SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States ruling, made discrimination based on religion, conviction, legal. It can go both ways. That's what I'm saying. It can go both ways here. So I'm sure we'll see some head explode when it does happen. That's for sure. I was wondering how anyone will know a client is gay. That's my question. How do you know? Do you go in their room? My goodness, asking them outright, looking at someone and making an assumption. I have short hair, no makeup, not married, no kids, but I'm straight. Will she assume I'm gay? I'm glad she's facing backlash, and I hope it's more than LGBT plus. I think LGBTQ plus. Okay, maybe she was looking for this, like to go viral in the other opposite way. But people are not. I mean, the majority of American, the nonsense you're hearing politically, American are not for that. Okay, but listen to this one though. Listen to this tweet, this video. This is what caused those business people to behave the way that they are. This is the plan that went behind the people of the United States to allow people to discriminate. Listen to this. Listen to this video. Okay, I'm still shocked that this isn't getting enough attention. I completely forgot about this. Watch and listen to Reverend Robert Schenck. Is that the way you say his name? Robert Schenck tell how evangelicals all over the country met with GOP, House GOP, Senate GOP members to plot with the Supreme Court to overturn Roe versus Wade. Okay, listen to that. This is 1 minute and 52 seconds.
Congresswoman Lee, I'll take you to one very telling event. A meeting inside the U.S. Capitol with Republican Party operatives and a number of leading evangelical spokespersons, institutional leaders, ministry heads from across the country. And in that meeting that I participated in, the conversation went something like this. You guys want Roe v. Wade overturned. We can do that for you. But you take the whole enchilada.
Wow.
You take the whole thing. You take everything else that comes with it. Because if you want Roe gone, you have to work with us. So you take it all. I was at the table and I watched my colleagues nod uncomfortably, but from that point on, the community that I had served and still do made a deal with the devil.
Wow.
And that deal was that we would support everything on the conservative agenda, whether or not we had conscientious conflict with it. The means were justified by the end of that.
And it also meant that you had to approach the Supreme Court in a different way, that they had to be influenced?
Well, certainly we had to do everything we could to ensure that the justices would be resolved to begin laying the groundwork for the reversal of Roe.
Wow. Wow. This is, those people were sent to Congress to represent the people, but instead they're making deal, like he said, with the devil. And this is a reverend, by the way, who literally said with his own mouth, making the deal with the devil. Baggage for God, all of them. And I hope people are paying attention. Okay, when was this? December 2022, if I'm not mistaken. That woman on the right looks like Jenny. That's the Supreme Court, Thomas, whatever his name is, the black Supreme Court wife. But I don't think that's her. Okay, I never realized that. She most certainly does. I doubt it's her though. Okay, the conspiracy theorists and me believe the Democrat wanted this. It's a lot easier to run on anger than policy. Democrats don't need to run on anger when their political policy history speaks for itself. But it is undeniable fact that this is what the Republicans openly wanted. They want to control women so badly. They conspired with evangelicals to accomplish what they wanted. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next one. This one is a Byline article. I'm not gonna read it, but I'll leave the link in the description for you. And I think I shared it on my community board. The only reason it was interesting to me because of the Levison 2 that was mentioned in the caption. Okay, in the wake of the moral panic and witch hunt over Huw Edwards, I'm seeing Leveson 2 mentioned again. Good. I voted for Byline time last year that Leveson 2 should be a key part of an incoming Labour government that wanted to win the future of UK politics. Okay, so the link of the Byline article in the description. Alright, I'm not gonna read it because I have a lot of other to share with you. So now I'm done with all of the tweets that I wanted to share with you yesterday, but for some reason I forgot. Okay, so let's go to the squads kind of a topic. Remember, everything is important. Okay, things that I find that is important, I feel like you should know, because everything tie in together. Alright, politics, gossip, and all of them, for some, in some shape or form, they all tie in together. Alright, next tweet. Now this is the squad sort of a topic. Maybe I should put a timestamp where the squad's topics start, so if you guys don't care about the first 3 tweets, you could easily skip them. Okay, first one of the squad. Prince Harry has said UK press reform is his life's work. His own lawsuit against the Sun for unlawful information gathering is still pending, awaiting the judge's decision on whether it can move forward to trial. Okay, I sort of cover it slightly, not to the full capacity that I would love to, because there weren't too many people covering it, obviously, because it's about the tabloid that is being sued, so those mouthpieces were not reporting it. So whoever that I came across that was reporting the lawsuit, I share them with you. Okay, but it's not that much. It's mostly part of Harry's testimony. Okay, this might make readers understand why Prince Harry has been battling with what he regards as dangerously irresponsible tabloid press. Media law consultant Ian Bloom tells Nick Ferrari, LBC, he expects IPSO will conduct an inquiry into how the Sun handled the Huw Edwards story. Yesterday there were, oh my god, so much was going on Twitter. Good ones, by the way. Good discussion. There were small little meetings you could hop on. If you're following those people who's creating those little meetings, you could hop on and listen to. Okay, not to be part of the speaker or something. I guess if you have something to say, you have to contact these people to talk about it, but mostly listening. Okay, one of them was the Dan Wooten one, and the other one was Brian Capecart, who I follow, who was having that little get together, and they were talking the IPSO kind of thing. And go on my timeline, I can't believe this, I literally sort of put a, how do they call it, not timestamp, like a little keynote of things that was discussed in there for you guys. Okay, so as I was listening, and I type in some key discussions that they were talking about, and also the squads who were talking about Dan Wooten and all of that. So that also later on, I guess I got a copy of it and I was listening to it, and I put some bullet points of things that they were discussing in it. So they talk about IPSO, discussions in terms of social class, how some higher level classism, who have good position, usually those positions don't change hand. They usually stay within the family kind of a thing. When, let's say, the parents had it, once the parents retired, they give it to their kids. So there's not really interviews for an open position, this kind of thing. Okay, so I sort of answered my opinion in it, saying that I think I pretty much got that aspect pretty correct when I usually said, when Megan was in the school with those kids, she was the bright light for those kids to show them this is the possibilities, the thing you could become. You don't have to stay within that social level. You could always work your way out of it, this kind of thing. Okay, so when Megan became that bright light for those young people and those lower classes, the upper classes just squash that dream out of those kids and then kick Megan out of there. Okay, so this is the kind of discussion that was happening. And some of the squads who live within the Commonwealth country, they realized how much of a brainwash they were, because they thought that the UK was somewhat law and order, but instead they were just being brainwashed kind of thing. And also some of the things that happened, one of the squad mentioned it, and I've said it a very long time ago on Pure YTE, is that some of the thing that the UK is doing, Hitler grabbed it, because, like, for instance, she didn't go in this position. Okay, I'm brushing off, but let's listen to this, okay? But let's just say there was some really good discussion that was going on Twitter, and I'm glad I listened to some of them, because I was very busy yesterday. I didn't even finish what I wanted to do. Okay, so let's listen to this. This is 43 seconds.
But the third inquiry, if I might finish this point,
of course,
I think is going to be by Ipso, the press regulator, into the way the Sun did run the story. It's only a couple of weeks, remember, since Ipso found against the Sun for publishing that dreadful piece by Jeremy Clarkson last December, in which he went way over the top in denouncing Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. There were 25,000 complaints to the regulator about that piece, Nick. I suspect there might be quite a few further complaints down the line about the Sun's articles in the last few days, and their journalism since last Saturday night might make more readers understand why Prince Harry has been battling so hard with what he regards as a dangerously irresponsible tabloid press.
Wow.
But the third,
they keep on proving Harry right. Those people on those upper class level, they know they can be touched. Okay, nothing can be done to them. When there is a police investigation, next thing you know, oh, they didn't see anything wrong. IPSO always never see anything wrong. So little at a time, you know, if we keep on pushing at it, us, the squad, and other people, let people see it. Like when I pray, let the blind see. These are the things that is happening. Okay, so we need to keep at it. Don't give up. All right, let me read some of the comment and then move on. Okay, it is so important that Harry wins all of these cases. Money is not the issue. What we need are much higher ethical and professional standards of journalism and credible, effective, independent, and fully accountable system of press regulation. The thing is that the people who are running that, you know what, if you take people, there are some people in the lower class in the UK who have good education, who probably could fill those positions. Okay, let people go in and apply for those jobs. Don't just give it to those people in those higher social classes, because they're looking out for their buddies. But if these positions are open for everybody to apply for, and people, whoever's doing the interview, is really looking after the ethical aspect of everything and don't think of race and classism, the UK should be okay. But those people are keeping those high level positions of authority for those people and those upper class, because they don't want who have their buddies who's doing unethical things. They learn to turn a blind eye because they themselves are doing unethical things, so they could, when something happened or they know they've done something and later on it is being discovered, so their buddies could turn a blind eye on their, you know, whatever it is that they did. So if those positions are open for everybody, it doesn't matter your skin color, your religion, your whatever, your class, nothing. As long you have the education level, you are qualified for the position, then things will be okay. But these things are being reserved for a certain few. That's the problem. Okay, and one of the things the squads discussed, which made a very good point, they understand the US have almost the same kind of views as the UK. So the comparison that one of the squad made and said the huge difference between the US and the UK is the fact that if they bring, let's say they are, someone did something to them and then they brought it up to, let's say, authorities. In the UK, most likely their complaint will be ignored, unlike the US, where they will look into it to see, pretty much give you the attention that you deserve and do the research to see if punishment is required. Okay, so that is one of the good thing that one of the the speakers brought in. And many of the speakers were from different part of the Commonwealth countries, by the way. Okay, now, they were not just in the UK. Alright, if the Sun are relying on the old quote, we always stand rules up before going to print as defense for allegations of illegal news gathering, they might find themselves in a bit of hot water as this has played out very publicly. Hopefully so. I guess that's the Jeremy Clarkson thing. Okay, hopefully so. Yeah, less taking huge secret deal, hush money from the tabloid, please. More accountability and responsibility. Back to Meghan. He is not going to achieve that via legal action. This is all very quixotic. Okay. I don't know the full context of everything. Oh, Huw Edwards. Why do I feel like I heard the story before, but right now I can't think of it. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I think this was supposed to be on yesterday's video as well, the one that I just shared. Alright, so there's another thing here. Oh, how come I miss all of this? All these were supposed to be on yesterday's too. Okay, why are these old hags so bitter? Harry never said he was going to America because he wanted to step out of public life. Service is universal. Okay, 48 seconds. What is that?
Does that excite you, Anne?
Not at all. I'm sick of this long whinge fest, quite honestly. I mean, if they wanted to go away and have privacy, that's fine. That's what they should have done. Instead of which they're trying to have it both ways. And I think that wonderful piece of satire, you know, the worldwide privacy tour, probably just about summed it up.
but the interesting thing is whether we're being given this really negative view of them, which isn't actually deserved. There are.
But I don't understand these people. I really don't understand these people. They're tired of Harry and Meghan, but they don't want who keeps on talking about him. Harry, let me see. When was the last time we heard anything about Harry and Meghan? Okay, there's when he did his appearance in court in the UK, he left, and then the next recent thing was that they were mentioned for the HCA award, and it's not even them who came out. It was just an announcement about them, and then the following day, they were not mentioned for the Emmy, and all I was seeing was the Rangers who were so happy that they were not mentioned. So I don't know, what did Harry and Meghan do for them to keep on talking about Harry and Meghan, and then they keep on saying they're tired of him. I don't understand these people. I'm telling you, the UK needs some mental evaluation.
Interviews, you can judge on his own interviews. You can judge on what outside what he has written. He's done interviews, he's written a book. Well, he's not clever enough, he's ghost-written a book. You know, we judge on that, so don't tell me somebody is misrepresenting them. They're doing it themselves, or rather he is. I mean, she's been remarkably quiet.
Yeah, what do you think? Is that?
Well, he had to set the record straight. Throughout his life, lies and nonsense were written about him. He wrote one book, one single book, to explain his life stories and the misconception that were being said about him, and then people are going crazy. So what about all the thousands and thousands of books that were written about him? Articles, nonsense, nonstop. Where is the outrage? My goodness. And then there's the docuseries to set the record straight because his wife was part of the nonsense the tabloid was writing about. Okay, so let's read some of the comments here. I could be wrong, but I think it was the wonderful Lily Savage that once described that old hag as 10-pound sweat and 2-pound bag. Okay, I don't know anything about that. She needs to focus on getting a better bra. Oh my god, the squad are laughing. The one thing in common they have is that they are all bloody old and white. They're having another phone call discussion on this about how Dr. Shola is on this one. Oh my god. What is this commercial? Okay. Is this today? Yep. Why are Harry and Meghan even the topic for the damn conversation today? That's what I'm saying. She's going insane saying he's sick and tired of Harry and Meghan. But Harry and Meghan hasn't come out and said a damn thing. What is wrong with them? Jeremy Vine, who was just crying about being digitally lynched. Yes, I shared that yesterday. okay, is now use all royal rag hags to continue his digital lynching of Harry and Meghan. We see you, Jeremy, speaking with forked tongue. Oh no, not the virgin Spencer, Harry then Victorian Harry on TV for money. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, now this is the Dan Wooten thing. Okay, so I'm done with all topics that were supposed to be on yesterday. Now we are with Dan Wooten. Scoop. Dan Wooten is extremely dangerous and has been under police investigation by the National Crime Agency for nearly 18 months. Who is protecting him? I'll go into that in a few. There's the domino of falling. Okay, don't be like Dan. Proceed. Wow. Spill, sis. Okay, there's the I. Music to my ear and about time. But of course, not even one newspaper wrote about this. The same newspaper that take every theory and lies about Meghan from social media and write whole article about it, but they are blind when it comes to a whole thread about a journalist that is trending. Guess what? This is the thing that I'm saying. They all are watching out for each other, because they all are doing some unethical things. Okay, 100%. If nothing comes of this, it's because he's being protected. I won't be surprised if NDAs and payouts are floating about already. Is this what Harry mentioned in his book about him and William talking to the police about criminality? Okay, what a creep, horrid man. Okay, so let's go into this. Who is protecting him? Let's see here. Okay, who's that? Parasite and Murdoch, Fly or Bee or Snake, William and Kate and their other network friends, probably his employer, GB News, okay, someone who is vulnerable to extortion, Murdoch, okay, I guess it's Murdoch and his bud, there's these, okay, Murdoch and Satan, Rupert Murdoch. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, so I think I arranged it pretty well. All right, so there's this here. While we're on the topic of Dan Wooten, Prince Harry and Spare told us about his connection to Prince William's team, how they will feed Dan information. Dan has bullied and berated Meghan with the help of Kensington Palace for years. Alright, so let's see here. That's from Spare. A sad little man. Oh my god, Harry is so freaking petty. That's why the squad be calling him sad little man. Okay, let me stop with my laughing. A sad little man, the newspaper's showbiz editor, was said to be the lead reporter on the story. Why him? Why, of all people, the showbiz guy? Because lately he's fashioned himself into some sort of a quasi-royal correspondent, largely on the strength of his secret relationship with one particularly close friend of Willie's comes secretary. Oh my god, Harry is giving as much clues as possible. And I think Dan Wooten went to school with one of the people who was working for William, okay, who fed him trivial and mostly fake gossip. He was sure to get everything wrong, as he'd got everything wrong on his last big exclusive, Tiara Gate. He was equally sure to cram his story into the paper as fast as possible, because he was likely working in concert with the palace, whose courtiers were determined to get ahead of us and spend the story. Proceed, said little man. Proceed, Harry writes. Oh my god. The squad, Harry something, is the last part. Proceed, said little man. Proceed. Proceed, said little man. Then Wooten, the said little man. Alright, let's go to the next one. You know what that just reminded me? With President Obama, with the debate with, what's his name? What's the other guy who was running for president? Okay, when he said, proceed. Proceed, governor, proceed.
The day after the attack, it was an act of terror. It was not a spontaneous demonstration. Is that what you're saying?
Please proceed, Governor.
I want to make sure we get that for the record, because it took the president 14 days before he called the attack in Benghazi an act of terror.
Get the transcript.
He did, in fact, sir. So let me call it an act of terror.
Can you say that a little louder, Candy?
He did call it an act of terror. It did as well take 2 weeks or so for the whole idea of there being a riot out there about this tape.
You setting yourself for a trap. Okay, next tweet. There's one thing that I can't quite crack about Dan Wooten. From what I can tell, He's the first person to break the Rose and Kate fallout story, but he's pretty much been very pro William and Kate since. I think there are a few possibilities. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, one of whatever. She continued, he received access to better sources for his silence, not going further into Rose's story, and the Sun deleting it. 2. He then expected to go in a fair direction and self-censored. 3. He decided to go and pro William and Kate was more profitable. I can't make heads or tails of it. Alright, so she's pretty good. These are people who truly pay attention to this. I don't follow those haters for me to be able to put all of this together. If the squads don't discuss it, guess what? I'm in the dark. Alright, so there's this here. I cannot see their specific articles. Okay, his go-to tactic is blackmailing. That's the starting point of it all, allegedly. Start working with that for your theory to understand. That sounds like a good place to explore. Thank you. Let's see here. Meredith is pretty good. Ever since I came across her, she and Henry VIII and some other couple squads are very good in their humble opinion and their theories, and they come with receipts as well. Okay, this thread on the affair gives an excellent timeline. Also, why did Dan Wooten think he could threaten Harry and Meghan, giving them a 10-day warning? Oh my god, this is a long thread. I'm sorry, I cannot go on this because I'll bookmark it and like it for future reference, but I can't go over it right now. Sidebar, you had me at Lancet Buckingham enthusiast. Okay, we are officially besties. Read Spare, where Harry spoke about said little man and how he had recently been styling himself as royal expert. Okay, this is a great suggestion. That's the part that I just read. Okay, I didn't even know they mentioned that in the comment here. Okay, that's the part that I just read. One of the squad sort of took a screenshot. Okay, said little man, when I say Obama kind of thing, that one. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, there's Henry VIII. You will think even royalists will have to admit that Dan Wooten squashing evidence that the now Prince of Wales wasn't the most faithful husband and then being handed the royal scope of the decade a short time later is interesting. Alright, so apparently Dan Wooten was the one who know the secret of William affair kind of thing. So he was the one, from reading some of the tweets here, okay, he was the one who broke the story about it. So now all of a sudden he's getting all the scoop and things like that. So to prevent him from talking about the affair, so they give him a bestie kind of position. Okay, let's see here. Hiding nuclear level secret for the heir to be giving a nuclear level leak a few years later. So probably what is happening now with Dan Wooten, William probably knows about it. So now they can't. He doesn't have to feed him nonsense so he doesn't talk about his affair. So, oh my God, I don't think I could survive. Thank God. I think those royal rats gave Harry and Meghan the best gift to get out of this cesspit of infested nonsense. How could people survive and live over there? You have to consistently worry what is going to be said about you, and this is crazy. This is not the way of living. No wonder why Harry he want peace and quiet. Okay, bless. Still trying to make fetch happen. When will Megxie get over being rejected repeatedly by William? What? Who the hell? What? Worth remembering that if he did have an affair, and I doubt he did, given his history, he didn't want to have one with her despite her many attempts at seduction. What? Can you name attempt at seduction? What? This is Meghan who told the future king, get your finger out of my face? You're telling me, oh please. Okay, this is nonsense. It's worth a black. Okay, exactly, well said. Very subtle, very suspicious. The tabloid should exploit them all if they had any decency. They wouldn't like it if it happened to one of their kids, full stop. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I don't know. The lifestyle over there, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. I love this GIF. Said little man Wooten is trending and is getting dragged. Love that for him. Call it karma. There's this. Good news. I love good news. Listen.
I love good news. Love good news. I just love good news. I love
people with their GIF. Okay, I better not see anyone on my timeline telling me the internet to go easy on Dan Wooten because his mental health matters. I will block that person whether you're squatty or not. Oh my god, the squad was not having it because they had enough. They had enough with them. Sussex Squad. I think it's time for me to put that.
Sussex Squad. Sussex Squad.
You tell them to go easy on him, they're gonna block you because the thing he said so much nonsense about Meghan, that was enough.
Well, Tess, let me just pick you up again because facts are important. I know you like a narrative, but facts are important. When I broke the story about the move from Toronto to Los Angeles, COVID had already struck and Canada was about to be locked down. And my royal sources expressed, and including people close to the Queen, real disappointment that Harry and Meghan decided to flee to Hollywood rather than come back to their beautiful £3 million publicly renovated cottage mansion at Windsor. They had a choice, Tess. They chose to turn their back on the United Kingdom in the middle of an unprecedented health crisis to go and set up shop at some $18 million mansion owned by Tyler Perry in Hollywood.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
That is the fact.
Turn the narrative. What does that say about Britain and the British press? Let's not put all the blame on Meghan and Harry. Perhaps she didn't feel that welcome in the first place. We've already discussed the disparities.
Do you have any idea what the Hollywood press is like? Do you have any idea what the Hollywood press is like? Do you have any idea what the Hollywood press is like? Do you have any idea what the Hollywood press is like?
I think they're probably more gentle on Meghan than we were.
Oh, well, you're delusional. You obviously haven't read TMZ lately. I mean, if you think that any Hollywood actor gets an easier time from the press in Los Angeles.
I have a lot of sympathy.
But I have sympathy for Meghan.
I thought we were talking about Camilla, but then...
yeah, we are talking about Camilla. And actually, can I move the conversation?
Sussex Squad. Sussex Squad.
All right, Dan Wooten is hiding. I love this picture. Okay, what he done now? Okay, so this is where some of the first few tweets that were coming out. I didn't know what was going on. Some people did not know. All right, so so that's that. Okay, he's been exposed. Search for his name on Twitter. Okay, he is on TV and on Hour. Okay, you always camping out, and my mention with your shit suit. Also, I'm talking about his Twitter, and I don't watch GBs. Alright, it's summer, probably on vacation. There's that. Okay, he can run, but he can't hide. What's in the dark will come out to light. That's for sure. Let me guess. He's taking a break to protect his mental health. That hypocrite can last a day, and our girl, Princess Meghan's shoes. There's the rolling eye. Alright, go. Go. There's that. Have a good night. Okay, Duchess can stop laughing. Okay, come out to play. Come out to play. That just remind me of another thing. One of those bodybuilders who was calling out someone. He was exposing his body to the daughter, and then later on those Mexican came and said come out. Okay, tonight burning question on the Dan Wooten show on GB News. Has Dan Wooten done a Boris? Okay, love it. The squad are laughing. Then the sad little man. There's that movie are looking for Dan. Like Piers Morgan. Yes, karma is a right. Check the man's Facebook story. He's currently in New Zealand having family time. There's that. Meghan is just so pretty. Danny boy ran away from home. Oh my god. Okay, can't stand Dan Wooten or GB News. They have just aired interview with royal expert who said Prince Harry doesn't have the same genes as William. Pfft, thank God. My God, the kind of nonsense this guy. Harry got the smart gene, I guess. I hope Harry's legal team see the broadcast. That's the Twitter here. He hidden bad. Then just tweeted, Karma had finally made her way around and had just bitch slapped me right across the face. Let's let's go to the next tweet. All right, there's more comment on this, but let's move on. Okay, I'm almost an hour. I can be 39 minutes. Okay, said little man, abolish the monarchy, racist royal family, not my king, so we can have peaceful diversity media. Murdoch has to go away, and everyone in his circle should never become a journalist again. Narrative twist is a crime. All right, so there's this here. Those who hate on Harry and Meghan are the worst kind of people. Andrew Tate in prison for rape, Philip Schofield a pedophile, Piers Morgan a phone hacker, Dan Wooten a sexual offender, William a bully and a cheater, Charles who cheated on Diana. They are the worst people ever. That's pretty much sums up everything. Yep. Dan Wooten will soon be exposed for his deprived sexual abuse and harassment of minors. Whoever is protecting him now will go down with him. No one permanently gets away with these things, especially when so many already know the truth. That is true. Alright, scoop. Dan Wooten is extremely dangerous and has been under police investigation by the National Crime Agency for nearly 18 months. Dan Wooten. Wow. Okay, Dan Wooten is the latest presenter to face sexual scandal allegation. You know what just crossed my mind? Remember back during when Meghan was like the top talk nonstop. I mean, it still is, but when it was really booming. One of the things that I saw, and I was following a lot of the UK government policies that was happening. One of the things that I said in one of those videos is that the UK is trying to get control of the court system. That was one of the reasons, one of many, okay, one of many reasons to get out of Brexit. Okay, they make you think of other things, but this is one of many reasons that they got out of Brexit, is to get control of the court system. Because at that time, those pedophiles, the friends of the monarchy, were being arrested left and right and all of this. And some policies were being put in place within the court system, and I was like, oh my God, they're trying to get control of the court system. That way, when they are being investigated or they have to go to court, they could have control of the court. Okay, so this is one of the things as well, because all of them have done something, you know, that should not be. All right. Later on, I have to find out what's the international, what was the thing that I saw here? National Crime Agency. I need to look what this is. On top of my head, I don't know. I'll put the screenshot. Alright, in a Twitter thread, his former partner described him paying £500 to see a secretly filmed explicit video of his employee and an unaware partner. What? These people are freaking crazy. Alright, comma, Shyamalan. Alright, there's that. KKK getting humiliated daily by Peggy William. Every occasion she is getting rejected by him. Now she is desperately seeking attention elsewhere. So I don't know anything about that. I mean, I know of this, some of the things they mentioned, but yesterday, was there something about her? I'm not aware of. Okay, I love it. Been waiting a long time to see him go down. Okay, Prince Harry may deliver the next huge blow to Murdoch's empire. Let's see here. When was this? Okay, that's old. That's when he was doing his court case thing here. Cannot allow some of those documents to see the light of day, but Prince Harry seemed hell-bent on making sure they do. Alright, so there's that. 100%, and all these tweets make out the case for merit-based hiring in journalism. That first tweet is epic, a litany of perverted cretins. The last one should result in prosecution. I cannot be legal to secretly film folks in a place of privacy without their consent. That's for sure. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. So they were, if it's outside the UK, that's something, but if it's within the UK that they're doing the investigation, forget it. Okay, next tweet. So I saw this when I turned on the computer. I was like, who is that? When I take a good look, I realized that's Thomas Markle. Okay, Thomas Markle should stand up for his new stepson, Dan Wooten, since he is being exposed as a sexual predator. Where is Thomas? And he going to stand up for his stepson, or the money is drying out for Thomas now? Anyway, I hope Meghan Markle put a restraining order on her ex-dad. So when did he do that? Hi Dan, thank you and the British people for the best wishes and goodwill. My goodness, my goodness. Now, whoever who keep on saying Meghan should call the dad and all of that, this is another visit of thanks. Alright, this makes me feel so sad for her. I can't even imagine my late father doing something like this for any amount of money. Sorry about your late father. There's the laugh here. Their last chance at credibility was that flap of an interview on Australian TV. The money train has come to an end for Tom and his pawn. Okay, exactly. This is new. No, but a shocking memory that all of us will never forget. It was last year when he lost his voice. Oh my God. Today is the first time I saw that picture. It even took me a while to realize who he was. You see, about an hour ago, there's me responding to this. OMG, it took me a while to realize that's Thomas Markle. Ex-dad, LOL. True though. Okay, after these, what's on the screen? That's it. That's the clap. He can't thank us American because he owes the IRS money. There's a laugh. Embarrassing. It must be for Meghan that the man she grew up thinking was a good dad will turn out to be like this. I know. I really feel bad for her on that aspect. That is true. All those past memories about this man painfully erased. If he wasn't so greedy, he would have been set for life by his lovely daughter. Now he's estranged because of greed. That is true. This is pretty much sums up everything about Thomas here. Yeah. I mean, the thing is that I've said this before. God had set things for Harry and Meghan. It was all the things that we were seeing happening before. We could sort of sum it up as where everybody, all the key players, okay, were to be shown themselves, their true selves of who they are. So that way, when Harry and Meghan go to their peaceful life, they don't get bothered by these people. So they could enjoy their peaceful life. Look at Miss Doria. Miss Doria is enjoying her grandbabies. Okay, could happen anytime. You remember one of the podcasts she called and then Meghan was in the middle of the podcast. Okay, so these are the relationship Meghan has with her mom. If the father was doing his fatherly duty, he would have had the same access. Okay, but he didn't. So God made all these people revealed who they are. Even the sister, okay, if she had protected Meghan, she would have been set for life. Probably could happen anytime she want. But they all show themselves. Look at the daughter of Samantha. Okay, we see her in the docuseries. Okay, hanging out with the kids. So everybody revealed themselves. Everybody revealed themselves. So that way, in that peaceful environment, we never hear a beep what's going on within the Harry and Meghan's household. We never hear a peep about it since they moved to the US. Nothing. Okay, this is the privacy they were looking for. Now, if they want to tell us something, yeah, we will know. Alright? Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. So everybody, everything that happened for a reason. As much of an embarrassment it is for her, in a sense, it was meant to be. Okay, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. I'm not in her shoes. I don't know how she feels about her father. None of that. Okay, I've said before, if it was me, this person would be dead to me already. So I don't know if she's in that same situation, but she could take it as a badge of honor. She showed herself, because remember, the minute you left your mother's womb, you become an individual. You're no longer attached to your mom. Well, your mom had to take care of you until you could do things on your own. But technically, once you leave your mother's womb, you're on your own. Okay, you have to breathe on your own. You have to eat on your own. When they put food in your mouth as a baby, if you don't eat, guess what? It's not the parents' fault. Okay, so if that's the thing here. So the minute Meghan was born, she was already her own self. So we need to take this aspect as that. Look at this. They tried to look for dirt on her. Okay, the minute they knew she was dating Harry, they didn't find a damn thing. So that aspect, we should hold Meghan accountability on that aspect. Okay, and then an extension to that aspect of her keeping herself sane and honorable and doing the right thing. I've said many times that she's the closest to being a perfect human being, even though there's no perfect human being, but she's the closest. All right, so in that aspect of that, an extension of it, we could thank Miss Dovia, okay, who guided her to be that kind of a human being. Okay, and then for Megan to actually listen to her mother. Okay, so that's that, because Miss Dovia could have easily tell Megan all the right thing, everything that she should be doing, and be that person that Megan is right now. Guess what? If Megan decided not to listen to Miss Dovia, it's not Miss Dovia's fault. Okay, that whole aspect as well would have been Megan's own kind of thing. We will not, I mean, we probably would have said, okay, maybe it's the parents or whatever, but technically it will be Megan's fault no matter what. So in this aspect, we have to hold Megan accountable for the person that she has become. Am I making sense? All right, with the help and guidance of Miss Dovia and or any other people of influential, positive people around her that help her to become that way, and she kept that principle. Because there are some people who could be as toxic as possible but yet still give good advice to other people. Okay, that we could say that maybe perhaps, let me not name names, but you know, but that's it. Let me leave this topic alone. Next tweet: much to celebrate this evening, cheers, said little man. Oh man, the squad. Okay, we had fun. That was back in 12/5/23. Oh, that's recently this year. Okay, we had such fun. Okay, a wonderful birthday lunch today with the doyen of royal reporting, Angela Levine, a great friend and brilliant contributor to my GB News show, even if Prince Harry might be unfairly vile about her. What the hell you have to mention Harry in this? Just take your birthday thing, whatever. I mean, baggage for God. Baggage for God. Okay, I can't wait, Angela. I was thinking of it, but I didn't want to say anything. I can't wait. Angela is next for sure. Let them all fall, nasty, vile, hateful beings. Dan can't breathe without mentioning Harry's name. I think he was in love with him. Waiting for her comeuppance and 10-9-8. Okay, the countdown. Birds of a feather. Cheers. Karma had no deadline. Keep it coming. Okay, is it my eyes? Has Dan's teeth gotten longer? Oh my God. The puffiness around Angela's eyes. Is that gin or scotch? Okay, there are two frauds and grifters, and he should leave Prince Harry's name out of his mouth. Okay, they're quiet cheers. Alright, that's commercial. Okay, or the tangle web we weave. Okay, birds of a feather flocks together. Dan Wootton and Lucifer Levine, you know what to do. That's for sure. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm almost winding down. I'm seeing LOL here, so that means I'm winding down. I'm almost done. Okay. Okay, me liking every negative Dan Wooten tweet. I think I bookmarked this because of the GIFs that I was seeing, especially that one. There's that. There's the laugh. Sam, I had a wonderful day of it. Didn't expect my tweet to blow up so much. There's this that will keep you busy online and hopefully for the next week at least. Okay, they just keep coming. This is only a start. It's going to get worse for him. Okay, this has been me all day. There's this. I've longed for this day, so I'm rejoicing in the moment. Sam, so richly deserved. He's going to absolutely sink. Sam, I'd usually not revel in the downfall of a human being, but for him, I'm making an exception. Genuinely hope he ends up bankrupt. He already is morally. Alright? He's already morally bankrupt. Alright, next tweet. I see LOL next to it as well. What is this? Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna play the music because I'm gonna get flagged for it. So this is the video of it. Okay, I had to take several screenshots, and YouTube only allowed 5. So I took I think 3 screenshot of it, and then oh my lord, 3 screenshot of it, and then put it for you. Let me read this caption. Whatever's happening to Dan Wooten, I hope it's long and painful. Then I hope he pulls through, goes to hell, and goes through it again. Oh my God, the squad or something. Then this is the part that got me. Then I hope he pulls through, goes to hell, and goes through it again. Oh my God. Okay, you seen this video? But there's a video. Go on my community board. I put a link of the video of not T-Baz. What is it? Chili? Who's dancing with the the brothers? Okay, that song. That's the song that's playing on this. Okay, okay, so that's in French. There's a laugh. Okay, French again. There's a laugh. Yo man, don't forget to check this cruise. What is that commercial? There's this. Amen. There's me. OMG. Cheers to that. There's that. Oh. This is like Jean-Claude Van Damme dance. I can't stop watching. I know. They're so stiff with their muscles. Vanessa, I knew it. Was waiting for this post from you. You never disappoint. I mean, whatever happened to... That's one of the squaddies. Oh my God. What's her name? I think she was in school. She used to post a lot of funny tweets. So Vanessa take over of that. I forgot her profile name. When I'm editing, if I remember her name, I'll put it, because she's I think she was in school. All right, next tweet. There's another video again. Okay, so this one I saw. This is Princess Diana when she was young. Okay, young Princess Diana. 36 seconds. Is there a music? I don't think there's a music. There's a music. Oh my God, almost fell on her head. Okay, so that's Diana going between the... Okay, swimming. There's that. Where do those people find those videos? There's Princess Diana. She always liked dancing. Free-spirited. May she rest in peace. Look at her long leg. Very tall. Okay. She was such a happy, vivacious young lady. Charles was attracted to that personality. Then as soon as they bring her into the royal family, they work hard to make her life less and stiff. Same with Meghan. Harry was attracted to her bubbly, carefree personality. Then the royal family tried to change her. That's true. Okay, a free-spirited girl, loved life. She had so much to offer. She offered so much to the people she cared. The people need to be loved. In her short time on this earth, Charles used her and betrayed her and jealous of her. Finally, he and his mistress destroyed her with the tabloid. They all are baggage for God. That's pretty much all of these are the truth. Pretty much sums him up what happened to her. Charles took Diana from her family, and then he and his concubine Camilla Parker Bowles destroyed her. Remember, it was Camilla Parker Bowles who pointed out to Charles, like, to go on to get her because she looked so innocent. It was through one of those small printed screenshots that I read. Alright. And now they are doing the same thing to her son and grandchildren. Then two adulterers are very horrible people. Okay, Diana show fire and personality. Even then, look at her throwing her head back and posing. Yep. There's this, Leonard. Where do you find... That's what I'm saying. Where do you find these rare pics? I don't go to bed at 2 a.m. US time until I check your page. Always a treat. Alright, let's see here. Where did they find Leonard? Not Leonard. Sorry. This is so kind. Thank you. I find them on Pinterest. Have a nice day. Okay. So that's that. Someone is putting them out and others know where to get them. Amazing. She was so full of life and joy. Thanks for sharing this. So beautiful. I feel like she's alive somewhere. Am I the only one? There's this. Why did she ever get into that vile family? It was meant to be. Otherwise, we will not have Harry. And then the Meghan and Harry thing, we will not have it. Maybe it was the plan. Unfortunately, her life had to be sacrificed for that, for us to see, because we could see the trail of things. Okay, what happened to her? Okay, like I've always said, the universe always find a way to balance things. The Lord wanted things to be exposed, okay, in some shape or form. Look at Diana, what she went through. She put as many things out as possible, despite the fact that there were a lot of restriction. And then she had her sons and all of that. And then there's Harry, who's letting people know this is what happened. And we are seeing some of the things that happened to him had happened to his mother. So it was a way for us to open our eyes. And God is giving us as many clues as possible to head in the right direction. But so many of us are blind. Okay, we are full. The devil is working every day, non-stop, 24/7. They're just waiting for a small opportunity to get into your head. At the minute you let your guard down, they get in. But God is giving you as many opportunities and opportunities after opportunities to make things right. Okay, when you're voting, to vote for the right people, in every aspect of life, we just need to open our eyes and be mindful of our surrounding, see what's painful to us, and acknowledging it. People love to brush things out. I know there are times, you just want a peace and quiet, you could brush things off. But when it's a matter of life and death, technically, okay, you can't brush things away, put it under the rug. Acknowledge it and then do something about it so it doesn't happen again. So God is giving us as many clues as possible. Okay, this one, Harry and Meghan, for the world to see. Look at how iconic they are. Each of them in their own perspective life were iconic in their own right. Meghan was doing her thing, doing her TV shows, and at the same time doing her charity work. And then for some reason, out of nowhere, they met. Okay, the people who were following Meghan, who had no care in the world about the royal family, for some reason happened to open their eyes to see what they're doing. Okay, like me, I didn't follow any of them. I know they exist, but never really followed them. Okay, so God is giving us as many clues as possible to head in the right direction. Whatever the magnet that God is pulling us to get to. But we kept on being distracted by vile people. Look at the beginning of this video where the Reverend was literally said, oh my goodness, it matched perfectly. Where the Reverend said, okay, a man of God, okay, a student in front of Congress said, they made a deal with the devil.
Because if you want Roe gone, you have to work with us. So you take it all. I was at the table, and I watched my colleagues nod uncomfortably, but from that point on, the community that I had served, and still do, made a deal with the devil. But from that point on, the community that I had served, and still do, made a deal with the devil.
A Reverend made a deal with the devil to strike down Roe versus Wade and everything that goes along with that. Okay, someone of God. And I've always said, these people, they are snake. They hijack the religion to do their agenda. Okay, so we need to open our mind and be, I don't know. I really don't know. But for some reason, I don't know. Okay, let me leave that topic alone before I tangle myself. All right, so there's this here. Okay, discover more. Dan Wooten is going down. Love it for him. This is extra. Okay, all I can say is thank you, Black Baby Jesus. That's for sure. This is another thing as well. When those people are praying, we do not know who they are praying to. They say they are praying, but it's not the same God that I pray to. Okay, I've told you, I do not know a damn verse in the Bible. I do not know. Okay, but the God that I pray to, he always answers to me. It may take a while. Okay, I may not get everything that I need, but he put me in a position where I say thank you. Okay, those people who's praying to God, I don't know which God they're praying to, but it's not the same God as us, many of us. All right, I told you, May, he is a sad little man. Squad with the caption, Alright, only in the UK, it is normal for the media to harass and bully Meghan Markle for years upon years, and the media justify its harassment. And let not forget that Meghan suffered a miscarriage whilst under torment. Meanwhile, OMG, poor Huw Edwards, bekind.com. Alright, so these were extra. I'm not gonna go into them because I'm almost done. This is my last one here. I say LOL. LOL. Oh, okay, so that was that. I shared that already. Okay, so that's it. Okay, let's do a prayer. And I said the prayer, let the blind see. All right, so let's do that. Prayer for okay, we need God to open people's eyes. Okay, in the name of Jesus, I pray that they will be able to see clearly, to recognize who you are, and to give their hearts to you. Remove all hindrances the enemy will use to distract them from your truth. Open their eyes, Lord, that they might see Jesus. Okay, that's the thing that I'm saying. So these people love to distract the young. Okay, show them glamorous things to distract them, and then meanwhile they doing their vile things. Alright, so that's that. Okay, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And my Patreon page is open, but under 16, that's when my first video will come out. It's a very short video, okay, an intro to welcome you. Alright, so, and then I'll try to start creating some sort of a schedule. I do not know how I'm gonna do that when I do tweet videos like this every day, so that will take away from some videos that I'll be sharing. And this is why I said if you become a patron, it's just a way to support me. I will not be doing membership on YouTube, okay, like I did on PYTE. Now that I open Patreon, that will be a form of membership for me, because I do not see the numbers through YouTube. So if you want to support me, or you feel like you would like to be a member on YouTube, okay, just go on Patreon. That's how I will be treating that. Okay, because, and just know as well, everything that I will want to share with you, I'm sharing them with you already. Okay, I'm sharing them with you already on all 3 of my channels. The charity channel, this channel, and hopefully eventually PYTE channel. Okay, and this, I want this channel to remain as a backup, but PYTE is going through some stuff. I've had permission to use some videos, but YouTube don't want me to get back into the monetization program. I don't want to delete those videos, so I need to find a way. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, Patreon will be some sort of a membership, and instead of doing membership on YouTube here, okay, I'll just go on Patreon, and occasionally I'll throw some other things that I will not share on YouTube. Okay, just because you're just a patron, but it's not guaranteed. But technically, everything that I'm sharing with you, I'm already sharing them with you on any of my platforms. Okay, so you just go on Patreon to support me with whatever you can. $5, $10, $20, $50, if you have it, $1 million. I'm just doing, but everybody will be seeing the exact same thing. Okay, so that's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better